to stop beating this dead horse, admit it won't work, and move on. This is a terrible...
That is enough, Colonel. You are completely out of line.
Morgan, I have heard your concerns. I assure you I will take them on board. Get out.
You're going to the Institute? Be careful, sir. Can't afford to lose you.
I knew we could count on you, Captain. Are you ready to put the signal interceptor to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Good. You'll need to keep your wits about you. Now, I have confidence in Chief Engineer Myers' abilities, but I'd be lying if I said this wasn't risky. If luck is on our side, you'll arrive at the Institute, and our mission will begin.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Ah, yes, young Shaun. Normally, I would tell you to keep focused on the mission, and only the mission. But I understand. These are your objectives once you infiltrate the Institute. I want a list with the names, titles, and occupations of every key person in there. Secondly, I want you to keep your eyes open for anything that might help us with the oil rig's power issues, schematics, leads, and so on. Lastly, do not, under any circumstances, raise the alarm. We do not want to make enemies of them. At least, not yet. Any questions?
How do I infiltrate them?
Let's be frank. The Institute are going to know you're there the moment you arrive. I see one of two possibilities. Either they will attempt to apprehend you immediately, or they will entertain your presence to a point. We're hoping for the latter. Right now, all I'm looking for is a clear picture of who leads what. If you can, simply talk to personnel that appear to be in charge. Then return that information to me. If any suspicions are raised, then the mission will be a failure. Try to keep things from escalating.
What exactly are we looking for?
You'll need to get creative here. Myers needs more power out of the reactors, and we're hoping the Institute might have some helpful information. Look around whatever their engineering or generator areas may be, and to keep your eyes open for any terminals or schematics that may be of use.
Is there anything else I should know?
Ah, yes, that abomination. There is indeed a possibility that you will find her, or her current whereabouts. Once you're in the Institute, keep an eye out for any leads.
Not right now.
I want to make something clear. I know you're risking your life. I and the rest of the Enclave are grateful. We all wish for your safe return. Before you go, I have one last thing. A personal favor. Find Vanessa and put her down. I can't stand the thought of that abomination. Good luck, Captain.
With the oil rigs factory running again, we'll have the best gear in the Commonwealth.
Brotherhood of Steel's in the region. This time, we'll be ready. Whatever the Institute is planning with their synths, it can't be good.
You building a collection or something?
I don't get why we've got all this greenery here, but I won't complain.
Hey there.
All right, bud. I've checked her over and over. I think she's ready as she'll ever be. How about you? All right, bud. I've checked her over and over. I think she's ready as she'll ever be. How about you?
Let's do this.
We can definitely give it a go. So, I guess just stand up on that there platform. I'll see about getting a lock on a signal.
Good luck, Captain.
You're going to have to stand on the platform for this to work. Okay, let me just get everything dialed in here. Sit tight. Going to start scanning frequencies. Inputting the code. Holy cow! Getting a lot of spikes here. Oh, come on! Settle down! Alright. Might take a couple of moments to lock onto the signal. I almost forgot. I'm sure Ward told you, but we're hoping to get a lot of info out of the incident. I've got this here holotape for you. If you could insert it into any Institute terminal you find and run it, it would be a big help. Just hand it back after you've done that, and I'll do the rest. Oh my god, it's done it! We've locked onto a signal. RF looking nominal. I'm going to start the emitter. 80, 90. We're getting a lot more spikes, but they're good spikes. Just need to throw the switch. Counting down now. 3, 2, 1. Good luck, Captain.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Broken. Would need the key. Can't pick this. Shaun?
Huh? Yes, I'm Shaun.
Oh, goddamn them. So many years stolen.
Who are you?
Shaun, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me, your dad. I'm here, Shaun.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shaun, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Damn it. Shaun, open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Shaun. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Shaun. I am your son.
It's really you. After all this time.
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. the human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Shaun. It's really you.
It really is.
What's going on here?
Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Shaun. The real Shaun. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him. To us. To have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They need your help, Shaun. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Excuse me, Doctor.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my wife.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off without him. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Shaun implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He oversees the major life support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
Let's see what you have.